Welcome back to another snippet of our life on the road.
In this week's video, we explore some of the best beaches in Australia along the coastline of Esperance.
We've been travelling full time for just over a month now, so we're going to talk a little bit about our experience on the road so far.
Stick around to the end if you want to hear about the good and the not so good parts of living on the road in Australia. Welcome back, everyone.
I hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, we've just been hanging out in Esperance for about a week now. We left it till the very last minute to leave Albany, so it was a bit of a rush to get over here and meet Shana's mum for a few days, well, a week. So we've just said goodbye to her, and now we're heading into town. We're just gonna catch up on some things and run some errands. But so far, we've managed to survive the craziest time of the year in a tourist destination. Yeah, we'll see how we go over the next few days.
So we're just parked up. Nathan's working on our media kit, which we seem to continue working on but not ever being happy with it. So hopefully we can get it finished and be happy with it and send it off to some people. And I'm just doing some grocery planning. Very riveting stuff going on today.
We were supposed to just come here and fill up our water tanks, but there's only one place in Esperance to get water, and people were like legitimately like fighting each other and pushing in for it. So we've just sat here and been parked up, and we'll wait till everybody goes away, then we'll fill up and move on.
We just did a quick shop at Woolies, and what's the plan now?
We're going to the national park for sunset. Gonna go check it out again. I might get fuel on the way there, but I don't really have to. I'll make it there and back, so we'll only fill up if it's not too crazy. But I guess we'll go to Lucky Bay, see if we can find some kangaroos, wait around until sunset, and then go over to Thistle Cove before we drive back to our friend's place in town.
Awesome. Into Lucky Bay very briefly. We knew that the wind was going to be hectic today, but we just wanted to check to see if there was any kangaroos on the beach before coming to Thistle Cove, which is where we plan on doing sunset. So I'm just going to make dinner in the meantime while we wait.
Yeah, burger night. Woohoo! So we're just heading into town. Gonna hang out at the beach for a few hours this morning before Shana starts work. But that was a pretty awesome night. Got some really nice Aurora. It was like bright and colourful. I could see it with my eyes and that sort of thing. Ended up going back to the national park in Thistle Cove instead of just staying at the paddock where we pulled over to begin with, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm definitely going to need to catch up on sleep a little bit later today, but it was worth it.
So we've just finished work for the day, and it's only like 12 o'clock and it's friggin' hot. It's like 35 degrees, which is really hot and rare for Esperance, and it's actually not too windy. So, you know, of course, we've got to go straight to the beach, don't we?
So we've just got to West Beach, which is right in town, and it looks absolutely amazing. There's quite a few people down here, so we've parked up a little while away and we're going to head down there. The only concern is, I think by the time we get back up to the bus from the beach, we'll probably need to go for a swim again because it's so hot. But we'll go check it out now.
Living room.
We don't set this up very often.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a novelty. This is our little couch area.
Yeah.
It's usually our dining area. So yeah, welcome.
Yeah, the walkthrough video is coming soon where we'll show you how we set it up. But as we mentioned in the video last week, we have officially been on the road for over a month now, and we just wanted to finish this video by sharing some of our experiences so far, and also we'll be answering a few questions that some people sent us over on Instagram.
So we'll go through some of these questions that we got. We haven't read these yet, so it's not going to be rehearsed or anything, so not sure what's going to come out, but we had the first one here. Love your content. Thanks so much. What are your rough plans for travelling around Oz in the bus 2025?
Well, we don't really have a set plan, and that's kind of the whole idea.
Yeah.
Because I always say plans never go to plan.
Oh.
But the rough idea is we're going around Australia slowly. If we like a place and I can find work there and that sort of thing, we might stick around for a while. Otherwise...
But like for 2025, like our first destination is South Australia.
Well, we're in Esperance now in
Yeah.
2025, but
Other than
once we
everywhere.
leave Esperance, we'll be going across to South Australia.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to get to Tasmania for like next summer, I think.
Yeah, we'll
But
just
there's...
see how we go.
Yeah, there's no rush.
Yeah.
This is a good one. What's the best advice you could give partners considering renovating a bus?
Don't do it. No.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Don't do it.
It was really hard. You have to have a strong relationship to
Yeah.
get through it.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got no experience. I think it would be easier if we knew what we were doing, or if we were kind of like worked in that field already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was super tough.
I'm a photographer. Shana's a makeup artist.
Mm.
There's a reason why I never got like into a trade job.
Yeah.
I don't love it. But we got there in the end.
I enjoyed the design aspect of it, and obviously when it all started coming together, we enjoyed it a bit more. I just think at the very beginning it was a lot harder than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's really tough. So set like realistic expectations for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Don't listen to what they tell you on YouTube.
Yeah, don't listen to us.
Yeah. Alright, so how long do you plan to live in your bus? Will you eventually want to live in a house again? I feel like we have different views on this.
I want to live in the bus forever. It took me that long to build, and it was like, it took us, it was so hard and it took so long. I want to live in it for at least as long as it took us to build, which is 2.5 years. That's a minimum. I think we're enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we've been living in it for 6 months before we even hit the road. And so it's only just going to get better from here. And we're doing fine. It's comfortable. We don't feel like we need a break from it or anything like that. So, yeah, just the foreseeable future, really.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to live in a house again. I love living in the bus, but I can definitely see myself in a tiny home, or like, yeah, I'd love to have like a veggie garden and that sort of thing one day. So
We'll think about that when we get there.
And lots of children running around.
Puppies. Lots of puppy dogs. What's the best/worst thing about living life on the road?
The best thing would probably be like the freedom, go with the flow, wake up in cool destinations, and having like your whole, like all your belongings with you wherever you go. So you never forget anything because you're like, oh.
So yeah, like if we go to the beach for the day, we've got everything with us.
Yeah,
so
and if you want to get out of the sun or something, you just come into your little home.
Yeah,
and
freshen up. If you get hungry, you just walk up to the car park and cook lunch. It's good. The worst, rangers, leave us alone. So we don't like camp illegally in car parks and stuff like that, but I'm a photographer, so I get up early and we get to beautiful places early in the morning. I take photos, and then quite often the ranger comes and has a go at us for camping there.
I wouldn't say that we've never had one have a go at us. We've just recently got a fine for something that we didn't do with a ranger that didn't even come up to us. So that's the worst. I would prefer them to come up and talk to us, because then we can explain what we're doing. And generally, they've all been really friendly and nice.
Mostly. So the guy, we got a fine from the Shire of Denmark, $200. We had been awake for hours, driven into town, and then gone to use the public toilet, parked in the designated area for long vehicles to park. The ranger came up, I watched it from inside the bus. He came, drove up behind us, took a photo of the bus, and then drove off.
It was like 7:30 in the morning as well.
And then 2 weeks later, we got a $200 fine. So we're obviously disputing that, and we'll see how we go. But that's the worst thing.
We'll let you guys know how it goes.
My best thing is photography.
Yeah.
I get to take photos at new places frequently because we're moving along, and that's great.
Yeah. I suppose we kind of already answered this one a little bit, but do you plan ahead or just go with the flow in regards to your next location or duration of stay? we don't really plan too much ahead.
We've got a rough plan of
Yeah.
obviously just where we're going to go next, where we might go next after this destination. Obviously the start of this trip, in the lead up to Christmas and New Year's, we had something booked in, so we had to be here in Esperance by a certain date. Before, going forward from here,
we've got nothing booked.
It's just we might stay in Esperance for months, we might be here for a few more days, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
What do you usually spend in a week/month on the road? Fuel, groceries, campsites, etc.
We haven't been very good at documenting this, I will admit. I wanted to start documenting it, but I think it's been the holiday period and we've had people visiting and stuff like that, so we haven't really been budgeting. We've just kind of been doing whatever we want.
We've been spending more than we usually would because we've had Shana's mum come and visit and we've been going out for breakfast and stuff like that.
But we've still spent less than when we were living in a house.
Yeah, we still haven't spent that much money. Even though we've been splurging a little bit over this time of year. But we will keep track of that a little bit more going forward so we can figure that out properly.
Yeah.
Campsites, etc. We've been really lucky because we're from WA. We have friends in pretty much every town that we've stayed at. So while we were in Dunsborough and that sort of thing, we had friends down from weddings and that sort of thing pretty much constantly that we were staying with.
And then here in Esperance, we've got someone that we've been staying with as well.
We've got contacts. We're at a friend's place at the moment and we might go out to someone's farm soon as well.
Yeah.
So we've been lucky with that, but it's all going to change when we get to South Australia.
Yeah. This one. Are you sick of each other yet?
We were sick of each other before we left.
No, I literally am not sick of you.
Nah, I think it's been slow steps working towards living in the bus together. We've downsized our homes a few times. We used to live in rentals, obviously, and every time we got a rental place, we just got one smaller with this in mind. So we were getting rid of all of our stuff in preparation and all that. And
then we actually lived in the bus in our parents' driveway.
Yeah, so the transition's been fine. We're not sick of each other yet. What has been your favourite spot in Esperance and why?
That's hard. I really like Blue Haven.
Yeah, I like Blue Haven. Yeah. West Beach is my favourite beach I've ever been to.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's probably not the best swimming beach, but it's just beautiful and I could photograph it every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I reckon. But probably just the town beaches then, hey? Have been really nice.
Really nice.
The beaches around town here are beautiful and we have been out to the national park, but we haven't been out there when the weather has been great yet this time.
We have in previous years, and I mean the national park's incredible.
But it's crazy busy around here at this time of year, so we've kind of been laying low for the most part while we've been here.
Excited for when the busy period comes down and then we can kind of get some places to ourselves, hopefully.
Yeah, one day.
Are you going slower or faster than you intended destination-wise?
We, at the moment, are going at the exact pace we intended because we've had things booked in.
But in general, probably we would want to be going slower than this.
Yeah, and I feel like we could be going much slower as well. When we were in Albany, it's so beautiful there. I could have stayed there for another few weeks or a few months even.
Yeah.
There's so much to do there. We'll probably slow down from here on. Anything you wish you did to the bus before leaving so far?
Not really. I'm pretty happy with how everything's been working.
Yeah, everything's been pretty good. I can't think of anything that I wish I had that we don't have.
Yeah.
There's nothing major. I don't know, maybe the design for where we put some things could have been a little bit better, but there's it all works.
But there's nothing I wish that we had that we don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Have you busted a shit in the bus yet? No, we haven't.
We have not taken a poo in the bus and we never will.
It's strictly wheeze only. It's there in case of an absolute emergency.
Yeah.
But we don't plan on using it for number twos.
Yeah. It's good to have there as an emergency, but we're always near public toilets.
Plan your poo.
If we're out somewhere remote, I've got a shovel. I'd rather use that than poo in the bus.
Which we haven't had to do yet either, thank God.
Yeah. Maybe on the Nullarbor, which is coming up. What's your goals for this year?
I haven't even thought about my goals. I did my vision board the other day, but I don't know, I just want to maybe focus on health. I feel like when we were building the bus, we weren't really focused on our health.
Oh no, I ate McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
For the whole build.
Yeah, because we were stress eating, so I think we've got a couple kgs we want to lose and just, I don't know, focus on mental health and physical health. That's probably my goals for the year.
For me, I don't really have a yearly goal. It's just continuing on with what we're already doing, settling into the bus life, and I guess my main thing is I've got to figure out a way to make money while we're travelling other than just flying out to a mine site every now and then.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to keep doing mine site work if I don't have to. And it's not very consistent anyway for me.
Has your sleep been okay since travelling, or is it hard? I would say my sleep has been fine. I don't know about yours.
It depends, where we are, like if we feel completely safe. If I feel like somebody might bother us or whatever, then I guess I'm sleeping with one eye open. But overall, my sleep has been better on the road than at home because we don't have any dogs barking every single night. That was so bad.
Yeah. And I think because we do quite a lot during the day, we're usually really tired by the end of the day, so it's quite easy to fall asleep at the end of the night, and our bed's really comfortable, so... Yeah.
Do you miss hot showers already?
Yes. Oh my God.
You're saying that as if you didn't just have a hot shower.
I just had one this morning. But,
on the days that we don't have access to hot showers, we miss them, but we do have a shower in the bus. We have a hot water system. We can use it. We just try to be conservative with our water and stuff like that. So
I think I'll get used to it soon, but for now, I'm not used to it.
Yeah, we'll have a beach shower or something like that if we're not staying at a friend's house. But yeah, we haven't really been roughing it. There's times where we've been a couple of days without a shower, but...
Or it's been cold, cold beach showers.
Yeah.
But I really love sitting under a hot shower and not because in the bus you have to turn the water on, turn the water off. You got to be conservative. So yeah, I miss just standing there and but yeah, it's fine.
So that's all the questions, and thanks everybody that sent one through. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? I know there's the one thing that I want to say is we thought we were going to have so much time on our hands while we were travelling, doing bus life, but we are so busy, far busier than in our normal lives. I don't know why. I had all these hobbies I was going to pick up and all these things I was going to do.
Nate's got a guitar in one of the cupboards that he hasn't learned how to play. I thought I was going to be I bought all this art supply. I thought I was going to start painting and stuff. But we still will, hopefully.
We thought we were going to be bored with all the free time on our hands, but it's turned out that we're just busy and we can barely find time to do the things that we're planning on doing.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's just going to be the way it is or if that's just because of the pace that we're travelling at the moment. But there's so many things that come along with living in a bus. I'm sure you've seen in our day on the life. Just, you've got to make sure your batteries are charged. You've got to make sure you've got your water tanks full. There's all these little checks you have to do before you drive off. And then there's just the general maintenance of keeping everything clean every day. It's a constant.
It all just adds up.
Yeah. But it's kind of good. I like it.
Yeah, we're getting used to the routine.
I'm glad we're not
Things are getting
bored.
easier. Yeah, we definitely haven't had time to be bored.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of. We'll probably do another question
maybe then another month or something like that.
So if you guys think of
maybe
anything
3
that
months.
you want to know, you can always just send us a DM or leave a comment if there's something else that we haven't covered.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you then.
See ya.